Yossi Belin, a very interesting conversation today, a very interesting conference concerning the potential future of Ukraine, of East Ukraine. You were speaking yourself about drawing a parallel between the situation in Israel and the situation in Ukraine. Can you elaborate on that, please?
I think that both of us know what are the solutions. We know that for Israel and Palestine, the solution is two states, two capitals in Jerusalem, and a symbolic solution for the refugees. And the only question is how to get there. While for the Ukrainians, the solution is one state, one independent state, really independent state, with different levels of autonomies for the regions, so that the issue of the Russian culture, the Russian language, for example, will be respected by the majority, which is non-Russian, and things like that. There is the question of Crimea, where we don't know exactly the solution, and I believe that eventually the solution will be, during time, something like Hong Kong, maybe a referendum in few years, maybe a referendum with special majority. Now, the real question is, what are the details? Can we put on the agenda a detailed solution and say, this is what we suggest? And what I said today, and this is what I believe in, is if the two rival parties meet each other and suggest together something, no force in the world can oppose it. If it is an external force which is suggesting something, first of all, the two parties may not like it. And second, the other parties in the world are not privy to the details that the two parties know so much. So if the two parties meet and understand what are the fears of each other, this is the best way to get to a solution.
And if that's the best way to get to a solution, do you believe it therefore is still possible for the sides in Ukraine to sit down to talk? You also spoke about them having perhaps to do it in secret. Do you really feel this will be necessary?
If it is not secret and the animosity is there, then each side is seen like a kind of a traitor. And so it is better, if possible, to meet secretly, to understand what are the main issues, to probe with the other side your own ideas, your own proposals, and to see how realistic it is, and then perhaps to proceed on a more transparent channel. But I think that a secret beginning is a good beginning.
And do you feel there is hope for reconciliation and peace in Ukraine?
I think that there is hope everywhere because we are human beings and we were not born to fight each other but to live normally. So the wars is a kind of a diversion, and what you have to do is to get back to the right way.